Hey, want a break from the ads? Let's go! This is Risk of Rain 2, the sequel to Risk of Rain. Finally, I get to do something other than doomscroll and gamble on loot boxes, like directing my gambling addiction to other virtual loot boxes that make me scale harder than morning wood, and that allow me to vaporize my enemies out of existence.
Give me your money.
I don't just vaporize them, I atomize them.
Hey, Dragon. Watch this man. He never stood a chance.
And their entire bloodline too, just to make sure that they know the strength of the human spirit. How I show them this is not by completing my missions, it's by prolonging them and making them come to understand that I am not stuck here with them, but that they are stuck here with me, basking in their futile attempts to kill me. Despite the prolonged enjoyment being endured by you and your friends, you may find yourself fighting over who can best portray biblically accurate greed by seeing who can obtain the most items and the most power. Thankfully, I can use this to fill the loneliness inside my heart. God, please tell me, why do I have to endure this? While gathering as many items as possible and gaining the most power you can in the shortest amount of time, you will find that you are strapped on time and will be erased from time and space. Holy shit! If you don't outscale the enemies as quickly as possible. Thankfully, the game gives you items that prolong that eventuality and allow you to hypothetically delay that eventuality indefinitely. These items range from absolutely essential to the success or the survival of a run to absolutely worthless. But it doesn't matter. Just don't be a dumbass like me and you'll be fine. Making smart choices is the core of this game, which I seem to lack the ability to make. Outside of selecting the most broken characters in the game, which make you question whether or not it was initially a modded character. With each character being able to be broken down into how well they can be scaled, and what scales them best, with there being 18 different characters that you can either start with, buy, or unlock. If you want a long-lasting run, you're going to have to learn what best scales the character, or you can be like me and just choose the Void Fiend. But when the characters aren't cutting it, holy shit man, what the fuck? There's always the difficulties, which there are 3 of. Drizzle, the easiest mode of the game, which will hold your hand every step of the way and allows you to outscale your enemies quicker. Rainstorm, the normal mode of the game, and the mode that does none of that shit. And Monsoon, the hard mode of the game, which will attempt to curb stomp you every step of the way. Give me a sec.
I'm very glad I picked up a seat of life.
And if these are deemed too easy for you, hey, that's not nice. There are 3 other game modes that you can rot your brain on, with there being Classic, Simulacrum, Eclipse, and Prismatic Trials. With Classic being the normal game mode, Simulacrum being wave-based survival, Eclipse being the one with ever-growing difficulty, and Prismatic Trials being the competitive game mode. Then there's the artifacts, with there being 20 artifacts in the base game, each artifact completely altering or adding to the gameplay of a run. These range from giving every enemy an elemental buff, to removing chests and making enemies drop items, all the way to allowing you to select your items. Every single artifact either gives a benefit with some type of downside or just makes the game harder. If you combine this with the game modes that are in the game, you can do what the modern AAA industry fails to do and give yourself nigh infinite replayability.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Which will allow you to willfully invest thousands of hours into the game. Thankfully though, I'm not that mentally ill, or so I say, because if I wasn't, well, I wouldn't be gambling, now would I? The game has predictable behavior when it comes to loot boxes, and allows you to discern what each one does based off of how it looks, with there being a variety of loot boxes, or chests, as the wiki likes to call them. But really, we all know what they are. These loot boxes are put into a few categories: common, rare, set, lunar, void, and equipment, along with a few other categories, with common often containing common and uncommon items, with it being able to contain legendary items as well, with large chests only giving uncommon and legendary items. Then the set chest. Sometimes you will encounter a map or a stage which will always have a certain number of chests spawn on them. With these chests ranging in their type, these set chests do not have any form of RNG attached to them spawning, with one of these chests always giving legendary items on a certain stage. Then, the Lunar and Void chest. These give items which can be seen as two sides of the same coin, with Lunar chest giving lunar items, which are either for people who like to find ways to maximize the upsides of items while minimizing the downsides, or are for the straight up masochist. Then the Void chest, which can be found in a Void seed, which come from the Void DLC. These chests give Void items, which simulate their original counterpart, and have different gimmicks compared to the originals. The Equipment chest, which gives a equipment that acts like an additional ability. You can only have one equipment on a character at a time, unless you are the multi-character, which allows you to have two equipments equipped at once, compared to the normal one that every character has, and is limited to. Then, there is one additional item type, which has a chance to spawn, either by killing an enemy that is deemed a boss, or that has one item that can be obtained through a trial. The boss items, which aren't essential to a run, but are rare and great to have. If you get one, you will more likely not notice its effects on your run directly, but more so indirectly, with these effects being useful all the same. If you have the Void DLC installed, just beware of the Queen's Gland. The Gland summons a Beetle Guard as an ally. It scales with you, but beware, Void ticks can still latch onto it, which can lead to you getting your balls crushed by your own Beetle Guard. Trust me, I have had my balls crushed by them one too many times. How did I die? If you ever get tired of your Beetle Guard giving you back shots and start to feel a little lonely, you can always buy indentured servants in the form of drones or turrets at the cost of some gold. Or better yet, you can have your friends die and come back joining your slave army. And if you ever get tired of them dying, remember you always have more gold. And if you want to punish your enemies for killing your indentured servants, you can get the fireworks so that every time you revive your indentured servant, you end up launching a small Katushka worth of rockets in their general direction. Or you can do the ultimate thing and crash the game with the sheer amount of rockets you have on screen. If it just so happens to get out of hand, remember that existing on this godforsaken rock can be ended by you at any point in time. By killing yourself, going back to the ship, fucking off from existence, or, you know, dying. With the endings of the game giving a character as a reward. And if you like reading, then there is the lore. You can come across the lore by beating the game with a character to unlock its logbook, obtaining an item, killing a monster, or coming across an environment log. But how about we do this instead? How about I give you a short explanation of the lore? And if anything that I say just so happens to turn out to be wrong, well, you didn't hear it from me. It goes a little something like this. There were once two brothers who disagreed over almost everything. So one day, one of these brothers got tired of the rage bait and finally decided to do something about it. What he did was have his brother walk through a teleporter and locked him on the fucking moon before running off and getting himself killed. His brother, realizing this, started to kill everything and everyone that went to the moon.
Now I gotta pull up. Everybody dying, me included.
Fight back! What?
Thankfully, him murdering anyone who came across the planet ended up getting him fucking atomized. I guess the biggest problem in this world isn't people, but instead your own family. Well, this is the end. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and leave a comment. It helps me out a lot and helps my motivation to make videos. Anyways, I'll be live streaming Saturday live on Twitch. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time, and that is all for now.
Oh my god. Fuck.
I don't know how I'm alive.
I don't know how I'm alive either.
Oh, because I'm starting to do more damage than they can deal to. Oh shit, I said that and died instantly.